Becoming a new mother or giving birth to a new member of the family comes with a list of new responsibilities and decisions. There are so many things to prepare for, but the baby blues aren't one of them. When you imagine your after-birth experience, you mainly think about the amazing new little life you've been blessed with. Hello everyone, my name is Maya Rich, and the topic I'll be addressing today in my informative speech is postpartum depression, also known as the baby blues. I found this topic appropriate for me because I've not only witnessed but experienced the effects of postpartum depression. I believe this topic is appropriate for all audiences because of the importance of spreading the word on this very common circumstance. There are more than 3 million cases of postpartum depression per year in the US alone. If everyone became a little more aware of the early warning signs and symptoms, the earlier things could be resolved or treated instead of being ignored while many mothers suffer in silence. The real question is, what is postpartum depression? Postpartum depression is a type of depression some mothers experience after having a baby. It can make and start at any time during the child's first year of life, but it's most common during the first few weeks after birth. While the timing differentiates on when this depression starts, the occurrence in which a mother faces during multiple pregnancies changes as well. Some mothers may face postpartum depression with all her pregnancies, while other mothers only face it with one. When trying to understand postpartum depression, we must first recognize the causes of postpartum depression. Having a new child or your first child can be stressful on anybody. It's something no one is 100% prepared for, no matter how many baby books you've read or children you've already had. Whether you feel prepared or not, postpartum depression can affect anybody, and everyone's contributors are different. The most common are relationship issues, financial strain, difficulties breastfeeding, stress, your child is ill or diagnosed with special needs, unexpected pregnancy, multiple births, challenging life events or experiences, or a past diagnosis of depression. While these risk factors are things many mothers experience, it is very common to obtain multiple risk factors, whether it's a common contributor or not. Postpartum depression varies in severity and intensity. Postpartum depression usually alters a woman's mood and behavior, having good days and bad days that commonly last more than 2 weeks, with symptoms like fatigue, feeling sad, hopeless, guilt or overwhelmed, trouble sleeping or eating, loss of interest in baby, withdrawal from family, and in severe cases, thoughts of hurting themselves or their child. While this sounds intense enough, many mothers suffer from postpartum depression have added disorders. Postpartum anxiety affects 10% of the women already facing postpartum depression, causing added symptoms like racing thoughts, constant worrying, fears of the unknown, trouble sitting still or focusing, dizziness, hot flashes, and nausea. Postpartum obsessive compulsive disorder affects 5% of the women facing postpartum depression, causing additional symptoms like overly occupied with baby or keeping baby safe, compelled with doing things repeatedly, mental imaging, and fears of being alone with the child. Another common added cause is postpartum post-traumatic stress disorder, which includes women that have faced unplanned C-sections, emergency complications, baby having to be in the NICU, lack of support, lack of communication, and the feelings of powerlessness. These factors causing PTSD give mothers nightmares, anxiety, feelings of detachment, flashbacks, and panic attacks. There are so many symptoms mothers can have when suffering postpartum depression, and it's important to recognize the symptoms so they can be properly diagnosed. Once someone has contacted a healthcare provider and explained their circumstance, treatment usually consists of counseling or prescribed medication.